this is what we wanted, and this patch is here, and it has the community going crazy. Take a look at this. Just got 6 steals in 3 minutes with a 62 steal, and now pressing X once. Take a look at this. They added the hitch back to the Isaac base. Leave me alone. The NBA 2K26 is ruined. What is this? There is a lot of things that changed with this patch, a lot of good things, a lot of bad things, and there are some things that weren't even mentioned in the patch notes that were adjusted. So let's go ahead and take a look at this to see what we have here. So the first thing in the gameplay itself. So they've gone ahead and adjusted the shot contest logic to reduce inappropriate high coverage shots. So, for example, ghost contests were not actively contesting shots. So they've removed ghost contest, which is a good thing, okay? They've gone ahead and the random button alley-oop finishing is now limited to Hall of Fame and competitive online game modes. So now when you throw an alley-oop, as long as you're not an anti-up, Proving Grounds, or Pro-Am, you will now be able to go ahead and have one singular button, just like 2K25, to do oops. But if you are in the theater, the rec, or the park, that's where the single button works. Any other game mode, it's going to be randomized to add more of the skill. Then they've gone ahead and increased the difficulty of making pull-up fadeaways. This is by far like a good and a bad thing. So fades are pretty much nerfed, okay? Like fading is not the same. You can still fade out the corner. You can still fade the midi, especially if you have a high mid-range and a high 3-ball. You're still able to go ahead and do that. What has been modified is the rhythm shooting. So you can see here, they improved the reliability of rhythm shooting inputs to ensure timing and tempo registers consistently. So there were moments where the tempo shooting wasn't registering. They've gone ahead and fixed that. Then they slightly tie in rhythm shooting windows for both tempo and timing. Now, I've only been able to play a few games, and here's what I've noticed from the shooting, okay? When you want to tempoing out the corner and tempoing in the mid is still there, okay? When you're starting to tempo from the top of the key or the wings, it looks a little funky, okay? So a way that I saw that kind of combated that a little bit is shifting to button shooting for those kind of shots. Standstill shots are still exactly the same. Rhythm standstill shots still exactly the same. And a button shooting standstill shots exactly the same, okay? The only difference is that it kind of feels like they've added a little bit of RNG to the fades, okay? So just kind of keep that in mind when you get into the game. Then you got here adjusted takeover effects so the dunking boost now applies correctly to poster machine instead of blur. So for all you to know, the blur takeover was broken. It made your green window bar and it made it so difficult for someone to be able to stick to you or even guard you. They've now gone ahead and fixed that and added that to the poster machine. So honestly, all you have to do is switch from blur to poster machine and you're pretty much in the same position, okay? And they've also updated the shooting meter for the dunks. So you no longer start with a full bar, it now builds up to it as open as you get. So just something to kind of keep in mind of this. They made some changes here, okay? Added more reliable ball collision detection when dribbling into defenders and during blitz steal attempts. This is by far the most broken thing in the patch, okay? We saw it here just a few moments ago, right? Where we had Joe No say, just got 6 steals in 3 minutes with 62 steal. And that's not the only thing. There are people getting steals with a 25 steal. The bumps are insane. Point guards, anyone who's dribbling, if you're trying to snatch back, if you're trying to switch direction, all you got to do is position yourself on the opposite side of where they're trying to go, and you're pretty much going to get a bump without even having to reach. This is the thing that's broken, okay? Replace the behind the back escape in the normal dribble package. So here's what they did. 7-4s doing that wide behind, kind of like Kobe White kind of behind the back that created so much space has now been removed, okay? So creating that kind of space in the normal dribble package is no longer the same. Here's what they say. Ball handles can now cancel standing in and outs, and some retreat sizes have been changed to hesitation moves. Again, from what I'm seeing, the gameplay of 2K is a little bit stiff right now because of the way of the movement, okay? And that's another thing that they did not mention in the patch is that they changed the speed of the game. The game is much slower now. You do not move as fast. Again, they're always going to touch things that they don't always announce. And these are some of the things that they've gone ahead and did. Several improvements have been made to body outs for better reliability. Now, I did see that getting plug steals, getting lane steals, but the bumps are a little aggressive. Again, is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Who knows? But ultimately, right now, from what I've been seeing, just a few games, it's really easy to get steals. You just got to have right positioning. Okay, you don't even have to reach. Improved 3-second violation logic to better handle 2-3 zone defense and prevent exploits in modes without backcourt violations. And then energy levels in 1v1 games are now reset. So those are going to be some of the gameplay changes. Okay, so here's some of the things that they didn't mention that you may not know. Number one, everyone was doing the plate glitch to be able to go ahead and get games in certain game modes. They've gone ahead and patched that. Okay, that's going to be number one. Second thing, I talked about this potentially. It's not that they announced this, but it feels like fades might be might be nerfed. Okay, so just a little bit. Kind of keep that in mind. You may want to put a little bit of passing on your build. But that's not the only change that they made. They also went ahead and made change to the city. Okay, so here's what they went ahead and changed. So many improvements to stability and visuals and functionality to enhance the overall experience in the city. Various fixes to ensure invites function as expected. Win streaks now appear in the post-game sequence for games in the theater. So now win streaks, and you can potentially get streak breakers in the theater as well. Your crew rank now appears at the bottom of the crew leaderboard. They fixed an error message saying the theater was closed, resolved the user report hangout that could occur during entering the theme. So a lot of these changes here were mainly around getting the ability to connect. Okay, the closing out app and leaving the games and getting error coded, that has been kind of addressed. Address obstructed views that could occur when using the broadcast and high cameras. Resolved long camera cuts that occur in the sideline. So this was massive, okay? In Pro-Am 3v3s, every time you're inbounding the ball, you can't even see where the ball is coming in. You don't even know if it was inbounded. They've now gone ahead and fixed that, okay? And they've intentional fouls committed by CPU players no longer count towards the player's penalty, and fixed a brief hang that could occur in open run games when first activating the My Core. So again, this is a patch that has everyone going crazy. There's mixed emotions here because of the fact that, one, here's the things that are bad. Steals are a little bit too overpowered. Okay, that's number one. Dribbling, you really can't dribble. The Jimmy Butler kind of escape, done. Okay, you can't really do that no more. You're not going to be gliding into players. Like, if you do it, you're going to get bumped. It's going to be an automatic steal. Okay, so like, you got to have your races, your shoes on, your Nikes on, and just be running around. Okay, just telling you right now, when you get into the game, don't be surprised. Then the next thing is also going to be the speed of the game. I don't know why they touched the speed. It is much slower. And again, like, it's just one of the things that they may have to tweak back again. Good things, 7-4s, you know what I mean? You're not getting that glitchy behind the back no more. Rhythm shooting, it's going to take a little bit more skill now. You can't just rhythm shoot anything, right? Again, just a little skill gap. Doesn't mean that it's gone altogether, okay? And then also the fades, okay? They've patched the fades, so now the game can be a little bit more played. Either or, this is what's happened now. So let me know in the comments below your experience with this gameplay once you load up. But if you want to be able to go ahead and see a 6-11 build that has not been patched and is dominating every single game mode, 3s, 2s, and the 5s, go ahead and watch this video right here. 6'11" center just terrorizing players in NBA 2K26. Click that video right there. I'll see you in the next one.